Greetings, founding comrades, and welcome back to Bee's Knees. Here we are in our foundation city. Last time we conquered the night, so let's... Oh, that house just appeared. So let's switch back to day. Ah, so bright. Here we are. It's beautiful, except for this part. Ooh, nice. We can actually demolish one of these buildings. So this is the thing I was talking about last time. When the housing density gets improved, sometimes a house that had a bit of a courtyard will actually build a second house on there. But even if we were to build something here and delete this house, this house that remains would still have 6 people in it. So it's really cool because visually it makes your city look way denser, even if you didn't actually build denser constructions, and it gives you room later to put in things like different bakeries and everything else that you need to put in. But today we should probably conquer the money problem. Yes, we have a little bit of an outgoing money problem. Now, there is one thing that's going to really help us with money is probably getting that stonemason hut improvement, because we can churn out some big money rocks, because these rocks sell for a lot compared to our wood. If we look at the trade routes, the wood planks just sell for 1, the rocks sell for 3. There's also meat that sells for 3, but meat is quite difficult to constantly get, and it's limited, far more limited than the other stuff. We could also unlock the other trade routes to see if we can sell anything here. We might be able to sell some berries, but over here it's mostly stuff that we get from the monastery, and in Trotbury we might be able to sell some fish, which we should start getting today, and also polished stone. So let's open the Trotbury trade route. Oh, and we unlocked common path 3. That's perfect, so we just need 100 gold. Which, you know, I say just. It can take a while. Alright, so let's think about where our bridges are going to be. Actually, we don't have to think about that. I keep forgetting that now we can move buildings. It used to be such a... Oh, we have to unlock fishing. It used to be such a big deal, right, to put something somewhere because you couldn't move it without deleting it first. But now you could just move any building and it's perfectly fine. So I think we're actually going to have 2 fishing huts. I'm going to put one over here. We don't have the money. And one over here. That's perfect. And who are you? All right. So now my next question is, when does the money come in? Ooh, people. And wood for the elders. That's where the money comes in. This is perfect. My advice, always take wood for the elders. It's such an easy way to get money, and it's a better rate than the planks, which you have to process in order to sell. So very nice indeed. There we go, 150 gold for 100 wood. Not even planks. Perfect. We're still building enough planks to upgrade all the buildings, but let's put down the fishers' huts. So fishers used to, I don't know if they still do, I guess we'll see, be able to go fish into territories that you don't own. So like there's fish over here in this territory that we do not own. And I would love to see if they can still do that. And then next, let's see, we could already now just buy this upgrade. Is there anything else? The butchering, okay, so let's talk about butchering. I think we cannot actually see the hunting zones until we have to unlock butchering. Okay, I will do that even if we can't use it. That's 50 gold down the drain. But hunting. Wild boars do not appear in sparse forest. It has to be dense forest, and it has to be sort of inside of the forest. So that means that you usually have to buy quite a bit of terrain in order to hunt. And that is a little bit problematic for us because we don't have enough money to do that. But it is a decent source of money if you have meat left over. But as soon as your meat starts running low, it's kind of hard to get more of it because the boars, they replenish in the woods, but they are not an infinite resource. So like your hunters, you can't just stack 50 hunters around the woods. If we had one hunter here, it would probably be okay in this area. But if we had 2 hunters hunting this entire wood, they would start running out, start running low on boars. They do repopulate in densewood, but yeah, it's not an infinite resource. Ah, a fisher's hut. So hunting is kind of, it's good if you have the space for it. Once again, this is where the option comes in of switching your, when you start your city, of using the mode that makes you have all of the terrain already unlocked, because that really gives you some creative freedom. I might do that if we do another city. Hello. Alright, so what do we have here? The bakery. Still missing 2 people, and the windmill is still missing people, but we don't need to add more people because right now our wheat does tend to get used before the next harvest. The other fisher's hut is done. Yeah, I would say let's also keep an eye on this gold. We have 175 income from tax right now, and I'm not sure that our budget can handle that. It's a little sad looking. Construction did take most of that, but an upkeep of 79 is nothing to scoff at. Let's see how our happiness is doing. We've done a mandate recently, but we could get another mandate in to another levy. Levy the goods. Wonderful. Okay, so now they actually do need to have this in their territory. Okay, interesting. And sad. So I am leaning more and more towards just highly recommending that everybody gets the option where the terrain is fully unlocked. Is there any more fish anywhere? There's fish over here, but this territory we won't really need for a while. And an upkeep increase of 10 per month is nothing to scoff at. There's fish here, but that's again... It's hard to tell where that is. Well, we'll just let... You know what? I think 2 fisher people can access 1 fishing thing. They'll be fine. Okay, moving on. Perhaps we want to do some hunting. For the hunting, I feel like we did make that decision that we're going to move residentials into this wedge, right? Let me just do another upside down view. Yeah, so I would move residentials into the wedge and then get the farming in a little arc up here. Which seems fun as an option. We could also start moving across the river already. Let me know what you think. River or wedge first? I don't know. It does feel like the farming would make sense in like by the river in an arc as well. Also, there's some nice territories here. Hold on, let me just look around a little bit. I saw that cliff over there. That would be really nice to have like a castle on top. But yeah, how are you gonna do that with no money, you know? So let's get some money. If we can also start selling bread, can be a good income. If we look at trade routes, bread can be sold for 2. Oh, that's not as good. It used to be a bit pricier. I mean, the polished stone is really where it's at. Did we unlock the stone polishing situation? Let's do that. See all these building parts we've just unlocked? So now, for the price of one, because these stonemason huts are pretty expensive to maintain. But look at all of these that we can add. So these are storage. We don't care about storage. But you have all of these that add so much worker capacity. So what we're going to do is we're going to fire one of our stonemasons. Sorry, girl. Sorry. And then we're going to move you here. Where's actually the stone? It's over there. Okay. And where are the other stones? Let's just click on this, guys, just so that we see them. There's one stone over there. Is there no other stone anywhere? Not nearby. Damn. Well, yes. Then we shall be over here. Yes, you can stone cutter over here. And then we can sort of add different stuff. We can add a little, let's just apply this change first, because that'll remove that part. And it's easier for us to plan the pathing and stuff. So we can add a little campfire. We could add a little carving tent. Is that what they call it nowadays? We could put that there, although how far away is this from that well? No, it's not that far. And then a tooling desk. Where could the tooling desk be? Honestly, we could put the tooling desk over there. I feel like sometimes it's a little bit... You have to be careful nowadays with clipping buildings together because some of these buildings have little idle spots. So like a worker might idle here and they might clip into each other. But we will try this for now. We'll see what it looks like once it's operational. Then a little carving table. The carving table. And, oh, we can have an infinite amount of these. And then a tooling table. Honestly, the tooling table could be here because that's kind of close to the... A wheelbarrow close to the mine itself. That's nice. I like to put it so that there's actual pathing there. And then you can be over there. So immediately this is going to add a lot of workplaces. How's our stone? Let's add another stone cutter to the stone cutter camp. And also I would like to know, do we have... Yes, we have a warehouse over here. Okay, good. Have more than 200 gold coins. We still have to return that money that we borrowed. That's gonna be funky. Promote a villager to coloner. Oh, I guess we could do that. Let's make a bailiff. Let's do that part. And it kind of seems like a space has opened here to add a little manor for a bailiff. So you can also just create like one massive manor. That's your bailiff location. I used to do that a lot. So you could just add to this watch post, which is a manor house. You could be like, oh, hey, I want to add the bailiff thing. Oh, right, we need to buy it. Please hold. I want to add the bailiff office to this place. But you don't have to. You can make it separate buildings. You can make it one big mansion that just eternally keeps growing. Villagers believe we are prosperous enough to be supported by a bailiff. This nominated person will handle critical tasks such as prospecting nearby deposits and petitioning the estates on your behalf. Wonderful. Yeah, so that's really cool, right? You can sort of have like a massive McMansion. Also, speaking of mansions, one thing that we can also do that I haven't done is paint these things a little. Let's go for this brighter brown. This reddish brown. Look at that. Lovely. Simply lovely. And it looks a little bit more distinct from that building over there. All right, let's add a bailiff office over here. What are we gonna do? What's the plan? I don't know. Oh, you know what? If we have the money or the means, first I would like to check how our tax office is doing, because I would like actually for it to report. You know how it reports here if you have a good coverage of guards and stuff? I would love that also for the tax office, because I'm always looking, is the tax getting collected on time? In this case, I feel like one tax collector is probably fine. But when you're making the bailiff office, a single building is fine for the bailiff office, right? You could make it be like this. And that's your bailiff office. This little doghouse. And so what I like to do is I like to combine different parts. Like maybe we need another tax collector. We'll build a tax collector part. We'll unlock the treasury. Using treasury as your sort of decorative elements, instead of free build, you could just use treasury. That can kind of let you fill out your buildings without quote unquote wasting the parts for just decorative purposes, because treasury will just extend your treasury capacity. And sure, right now, that does not seem super relevant given that we have not a lot of money. Let's just say that. It can become relevant later. We're gonna bring out my favorite part once again. Is there a door over there? Yeah, there's a door over there. We can't put that in front of the door. Maybe at this angle. At that angle. It is kind of encroaching on the town square a little bit. Not a huge fan of that. But we can use that for a start. Would you like to be the start of the bailiff office? Okay. And now where's the bailiff gonna live? It's kind of Miss Chunky. Miss Chunky Boots. But actually this passageway, is there anything that shares the proportions of the passageway? Hold on, let's just put it over here and ask it. No, the passageway has unique proportions. Actually, that might work then. We'll just use the passageway as the roof. Is that too tall, too blocky? Is it gonna block the view of things? It does block some views. I don't know. It seems a little bit not super pretty. Also, we haven't chosen a roof color in advance, making it a little bit more work for us to do that later. I like to build pretty houses, and I feel like this playthrough, this Let's Play, is giving everyone the impression that I don't know what a pretty house looks like. And that's not an impression I'm fond of making. Ooh, I would love that, but with a neutral tone instead of this wood. Well, maybe this wood. Let's put this over here. I think that's actually nicer. Just a slightly different texture for a moment. Yeah. I don't know. Is it too tall? Too boxy? It's hard to decide. I love a manor that's like on a hill. Special, separate, out there, wild and out. Maybe later we'll remake it. So many maybes. But you know, that's one of the things that I love doing the most is sort of a construction episode where we do like a time lapse. It's a massive construction and we can just have a full thing. Maybe getting inspired by some historical building. I have a video like that. It's like a historically inspired castle that we built. And it did really well. It's one of my, if not the most successful video on the channel. So I should definitely do more of those. But not this early on, you know? You want to be extravagant. I say as I keep adding things onto this thing that's already too big. Can a tax collector work in this little bit? Hold on. What if we just put the tax collector in a shed? Oh no, it's just out of the... How did I manage to put this right outside of any zone of truth? Well, you know what the cool thing is? We can actually put a tower inside, and no one will be the wiser. And the tower itself also has a little bit of fortification thing, so it's adding to our fortification coverage. Lovely. There we go. A bailiff, a tax collector, everything. Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll just put that in there. Build all. Wonderful. How's our fishing going? Oh, our fish. We're full of fish. Oh, we're positively stuffed with fish. Now, I would like to add another granary or... negative money. Negative money. What's happening with our budget? Well, what? So why are our taxes so low, by the way? It says our taxes should be this high, and yet they're not. I think we need to definitely have a conversation with our tax collector. Having a bonus tax collector is definitely a good idea. Oh, we've been buying more trade and cloth. I mean, more tools and cloth. We've not been buying trade. That's a different game. Okay. Fine. We'll do another levy. Refined food shortage. Oh, Lord. We just recently did the levy. No. So what else would we need to buy in order to have some fun stuff? The decorations are always nice, but kind of not important right now. We could unlock the monastery and start with the monastery life. Or the military. Start doing some missions. Storage improvement. That's what I would love. You know what? Screw it. Can we kill the happiness? It has to be done. I'm getting it. I'm getting the storage improvement. So the storage improvement is not as ideal right now as it should be. I think that we definitely need a lot more alternate storage buildings. But you can make a tiny little granary depot. It's like a bonus granary. Which is fine, I suppose. Yeah, let's put it over there. We can have one granary instead of two, and we can still use that. This one for the wheat, flour, and bread. Yes, what do you want? Villagers leaving! Well, that's not my problem. Oh, we need to get the refined food. Okay, fine. We'll get some more millers and bakers. It'll be fine once we can also get hunting. It's just the toughest times. It's that mid-tier time where I really I've overexpanded early and now I have problems. And there's certain things that I'm not doing that are like easier in order to make more profit. So it's my own fault. Don't worry. Don't think that this game is super hard, because it's not. It's all my own fault. Alright, let's get this built. Oh, look at that. Wonderful. Wonderful. Oh, okay, see, they are traveling in pairs. That's the thing I was talking about. They often travel in pairs. We should get this other building. You know how, like, we're out of money? And I'm like, oh, we should add another person in here. Does it say how many they can take? I wonder if it's the same as the tax collector, because we did a big tower. And the big tower could only take... Red. The big tower could only take one person, which is weird. You'd think that it would be able to take two. We'll put that in there. Wait, this tower can be edited? Oh, it also has one of those. Yeah, just put that in there, and we'll just pretend that we don't see it. I pretend I do not see it. Okay, now that this is being built, I prefer to choose the color once it's already built, because you actually get to see it really well. Is this dark what we want? The dark is kind of chic. Green, I think not. Blue could be fun. Blue for the bailiff. But I think then we're getting into the, like, rainbow territory. So let's color everything. What did we go for? What's that? Dark. Nice. I think every piece will be dark now. Cool. Let them build all of that. And what do you want? Celebrating the laborers. Ooh. I love to celebrate the laborers, but right now this is not possible. We need to raise the happiness to 75. And that's simply not where we're at in our lives at the moment. Okay, let's get a little bit of our surplus out of here. So we're gonna say berries. Oh. We don't have the berry trade route open. That's trade routes. Who buys berries? You buy berries? We're gonna say we sell berries if they're over 100. Fish if they're over 100. It's pretty low for me. For the foods I like to go higher, but right now we're not exactly lush with storage or with anything else. So I think we'll just leave it there. Bread, it's not a concern that we're gonna have enough of it to sell. Yep, that's mostly what we're selling right now. Cool. Go. And the storage is being complete. Or, yeah, the thingy. The whatever. Treasury. And what do you want? Oh, you're full of stuff. I think we need another worker here. So we have our treasury upgrade. We have our bailiff assignment. Job learning speed, job learning speed, job learning speed. Well, those are some wonderful offers. How about something else? I guess we'll take Brusida, whatever she is. Is she just a transporter? What is that? She looks like a transporter. Bailiff appointed. And we can assign another tax collector. So what was she before she before we reassigned her. A chalk person? Who's got chalk in their hands? Oh, market tender. Oh, market tender. It's money. It's a coin. Oh. He's a fairy. Okay, and then also another thing that we can do. Resida, let's explode her to a higher rank. Promote villagers. So you can promote them directly or you can go over here. And we say Brisida the Bailiff will become a thing. And that's gonna give us another little blink. Oust unemployed villagers. Influence the labor estate. No, all of these cost money. Where are these things that we are prospecting? That's very far. But a lot of locations. But very far away from where we want to be. There is one over here on this side of the river. Ay, ay, ay. Very far, very expensive. And nothing else is really free. We could have welcomed 5 commoners, but I don't want that. So we'll just leave that for now. Advice followed, of course. Of course! Increased taxation. Oh. Wait. How far do you want me to increase it? There we go. Okay. So now we have 2 tax collectors. We have a bailiff. We have a whole lot of things happening. You know what we could do? We could increase all of the tax collectors to be commoners. But commoners want shirts and they want more food. So we don't want to do that just yet. I do, however, want to start selling fish. Now, where are we going to put our fish market? Our little town center is beginning to get cramped. We'll have to redesign it. Oh. No, leave those there. Just grab that and that, please. Thank you. Fish, fish, fish. I mean, we could add fish down there. I do like a main central city market. But I also like little trading stalls that come out of other buildings. You know, we could have the bread stall. Ooh. Bread stall here. They have kind of decorated most buildings in such a way that you don't really have room to put stalls around. Let's continue with the theme of a central market. Find a little place. This house here, it's precious when you get a house so close near the center. So deleting it always feels rude. But also, you are in the way, Miss House. But we'll put this market stall over here. I've now committed that our center here is going to look a little bit clunky. And then at some point later, we will do a redesign project of our town center. I think that'll be really neat to do. All right. Cool. There's also space here for like a secondary market. This isn't really a big distance, so that's not necessary. It's essentially just a way to like give people jobs if you want more people in a dense location. But I must say, it's not really a problem usually. Okay, here we go. Look at how many stonemasons we can assign. And I would like another stonecutter camp. And that's gonna be a decent amount of income. Yeah, 2 stonecutter camps can work one single goal, a target, I think. So this is also a thing. The upkeep for this is now 13. The upkeep for a single one of these tents that can have one worker was 8. So just compare that, right? So we went from 16 for 2 workers to 13 for 13 for 8 workers. So this upgrade is definitely worth it, even if it's not immediately apparent that it's good. Housing insufficient. Yes, I'm sure. There we go. We shall add the fish. The inverted hexafish. Alright, we're going to add those, and we're going to add more stonemasons. So now, people can really go wild getting all this stone. And then let's plan our terrain expansions. This little peanut of terrain should not cost the same as these massive chunguses of terrain. Rude. And also, if we want a nice shape thing here, we have to buy this whole corner. I guess that can be used for hunting. The woods in the back. Yeah, we can sort of make the farms here, and then we can repopulate the dense forests over there and use it for hunting. Still not super happy with it. And is that iron? We'll have to work around that with our farms too. Lots of iron around. Maybe we should just get into the tool fantasy of it all. Usually I leave tooling for later, but we might just jump into that early now, because tools are a very big early expense until you start making your own tools, right? And conversely, once you start getting tools, you can sell them for 3 gold apiece. And that can be very nice. We should get some shirts somewhere. Does anyone sell shirts? These guys sell shirts. Shirts take a lot of space now because pastures take a lot of space, and I don't want to set up a temporary pasture here, even though we do have the space, because there is nothing as permanent as a temporary solution. So I'm simply gonna let them expand in this direction with their houses and homes. But I definitely think that we should start the tools. I think this place is gonna thrive with a tool industry. It's gonna be a tool industry, the likes of which will be written in history. Yeah, getting our own tools and selling them, I think will be great. So what's the investment? If we have to buy 20 shirts to get that done, that is 20 times 5 is 100 gold. That's not huge. I mean, it's huge for us, but it's not huge in the long run. So I'm going to say, let us purchase 20 shirts. Now, you might protest here and say that this is not wise, that we should just establish an industry here, even if it is temporary, of sheep. A sheep industry. I don't know. If we're gonna build here and live here and vibe here, I feel like it's gonna be annoying to have to keep moving the pastures. On the other hand, it is free to move the pastures around. So perhaps I'm putting the cart before the horse. Okay, I've decided. I know what we're going to do. We're going to do both of those things. So, we have a couple things planned now. Number 1 is the construction of a textile industry. And that will be focused on this large space over here, and we're just going to, as they keep building new houses, we can keep moving the pastures deeper in. But also, I think I've actually also decided that maybe we don't want necessarily to populate all of this terrain. We want to go alongside the coast here, and maybe this can be a pasture forever. Because I was just looking at we have a population of 74 people here, and we've not even achieved maximum density. If we decide to populate this entire thing with super dense population before we even expand on the other islands, we'll never have a riverside civilization. So I think we should make the executive decision that we want to stick next to the river, because that's the point of even choosing the fluvial map. You know, so I think we're going to go. It's not practical. There's a lot of open space, and you could just go out into the open space. Of course, we might make a little outpost here for mining purposes. But for the purposes of practicality, it would make sense to just occupy all of this open space and forget about the river, forget about the island. But I want the river. I want the island in my life. So that's what awaits in our future. We're going to expand over here, and we're going to get the cloth. And then after that, we're going to expand and get the tools here and here and also here. Wait, no, not here. And also here. And I think that that's going to be great. And also, I think that house is going to get destroyed. I'm just thinking, because of the shape that I want, I think that house is going to have to perish. I've paused the forester camp so that the forester camp isn't causing additional reforestation for now. Because right now we're in a clearing zone in our lives. We're in a clearing era. But yes. Yes. Perfect. So, these are the grand plans for our village. Look at this beautiful thing. This beautiful building here. It's not really beautiful, is it? But yeah. Yeah. I think this is good. I think this is good. I like this shape a lot. And I would kind of love to keep working on it. If you imagine, can I draw over this? Hold on. Everybody hold on a second. Can I just provide you with a little image of what I would like? So here's what I was thinking. We extend a residential to these areas here. So essentially they go from here to here. So this part does need to go a little bit, but that's fine. We go like this and then hold to the river. And then inside of here can be a little pasture or something. And then it could even extend over to this direction. Then a bridge over, and then we have residential like this. Can have another bridge over. And then the island, I think we could leave the island for something special. Or just put more residentials, or have like a big city construction really later on. Or some walled situation, like a massive monastery. That would require a lot of work. But then we can have the agriculture around the place. So like this and like this. And if we need more residential area, we could always extend the residentials here and then have a little castle here on the cliff as well, surrounded with more agriculture. And then of course we need to have pockets of industry. This is one of the iron supplies. This is the stone. And then over here we would have another stone. So that was option 1, but we also have option 2, and this one would require a little bit more effort, but I was just looking into it and it's such a cool shape, this little swirly bit in the middle, that we could rethink everything entirely. So here's what I was thinking with this part. So we would have to, this would require the moving of all of this part of town. We can save that for way later, but it could be a massive undertaking. And I was actually thinking we could just relocate this entire area onto this island. Obviously have a special construction. We can still do something very special like walls and like a castle-like structure. But essentially moving this entire zone into here. So our tax collector is here. Our bailiff, our great hall, all of this stuff that's over here all gets moved onto this island as the administrative center of the place. Then we have residentials around this entire zone. And then we can be surrounded by agriculture in a circle. And then we can still go with special constructions on this cliff over here and on this cliff over here. We can have something shiny on these two cliffs. And then of course, we have little pockets of industry. There's also those mines up here. If I point like that over there. So there is a lot. There is a lot that we can do. But this is really enticing to me. Now, if we just look at the overlap between these two, we can still pursue some stuff before we make a decision, but I would love to hear from you. So this is option A. They're different fades because I did this in a hurry. Don't worry about it. But this is option A. So it's kind of keeping going as we've been going and then working onward from that. And this is option B, where we will eventually relocate this entire place. But we can keep going with the stuff that we know we want to do now, like stuff here. And we want to do more agriculture. I guess ultimately the farms will be easy to move later on. So yeah, let me know which one you think is good. So option B, option A. B, A. Let me know which one you think. And we will just continue for now. And when the time comes with what we're going to do with these great ideas, we'll figure it out together. Okay, now while I was babbling, a person has come to visit and say something. Improving trade with Trotbury. Trotbury sees potential in a fleet of carriages. They want to trade more goods with your village and would like your help crafting such vehicles by supplying them with tools. Perfect. We need to make tools anyway, so that's good. All right. Well, I think we've achieved good stuff today. We did some grand plans. So that is going to be happening. Well, not all of what we just discussed, but we also have long-term goals. We have short-term goals. Let me know in the comments which plan you think is cool, or if you have any other ideas for what we could do. Because I'm really excited. I feel like we've got some great direction, and this island would definitely be really cool. Okay. That's it for me, however, for today. So everybody, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please do all the things that you do when you've enjoyed a video, if you did. And as always, you can come say hi at twitch.tv/Lelling. Look, I can even point to it. Ooh, yes. That's so stupid. You can come say hi over there and we'll have a lovely time and we can chat about everything. You can also come look at our live Foundation game that we've been playing. We've been doing some island monasteries there as well. And you can watch us play some other games. Currently in February, we've got something called Lelloween, where we are playing 3 different games that are slightly dark and spooky, because I wasn't there for October, and I don't really celebrate Halloween. I'm not from one of the countries that does that. So we're doing Soul Reaver, the remake. We're doing Dread Delusion, and we're doing Bioshock. Bioshock is kind of the spookiest of them all. I've not played Dread Delusion or Bioshock. Dread Delusion just has weird vibes. It's not that, like, I'm not into jump scare kind of games. So Bioshock, I think, is going to be the biggest departure for me. But you can come say hi. Or if you've missed February and it's now a different month, then I'm doing some other stuff. I love playing city builders, management games, lots of Dwarf Fortress planned for after we're done with Foundation. So come visit us for that. And also RPGs, currently doing Quest for Glory, the 30-year-old game, and loads of other stuff. So please come and visit us on twitch.tv/Lelling. Other than that, stick around this channel. You can subscribe, check out the other videos on here. And yeah, we do Foundation, we do other city builders, and there's no repeats between the stream and over here. It's all separate content. So come visit us on both. Anyway, I shall see you around, everybody. Have a lovely, lovely rest of your life. Stay solidary and don't forget to floss. Bye-bye.